The original producer of Eternal Road, Hugo Weisgall, was the uncle of one of the most prolific and influential of American Jewish composers, Hugo Weisgall, whose Esther, on an excellent libretto by Charles Kondak we mentioned last time. His one-act operas after Wedekind and Strindberg, The Tenor and The Stronger, had libretti by Carl Shapiro. And I had occasion to interview Weisgall at his home in Great Neck after I had set some of Carl Shapiro to music and submitted the work to a contest, the judges of which sent the work to Weisgall suggesting that he might be interested. He wasn't. Nor it seemed to be in any work but his own. But Elie Siegmeister programmed a piece of his that Helene and I performed at the Great Neck Library to benefit the victims of an earthquake in Armenia in January 1989. Weisgall never showed up or even acknowledged it. He was, however, I understand, very kind to and supportive of a number of his students, including Bruce Saylor and Shulamit Ram. I'm sure Joel will have something to say about him, too. Two of his most ambitious operas were written with librettist Dennis Johnston, including what I think was his best work, 6 Characters in Search of an Author, after Pirandello, which was performed and recorded by, among others, the late Anita Darian and Beverly Sills, who hated it. My friend and colleague Harold Blumenfeld has long maintained that Weisgall's best opera was the other one he wrote with Johnston, 9 Rivers from Jordan, which was premiered at New York City Opera in 1968. It concerns revisiting battlefields after World War II in Europe, Africa, and Palestine, including a British soldier who confronts a figure we discussed last time, a rather salty lady. Here are some excerpts. First, from the end of the prologue at the Dead Sea. Boy, there was nothing to hear down there except the sound of silence. Not a bird in the air, nor a breaker on the beach, not a bleat from a meadow or nothing but salt and gypsum, great pillars of it, standing there like Lot's wife, looking back at the cities of the plain. This is from the prologue, and then in the first scene, the soldier addresses the woman. I know you, Mrs. Lot. They left you here when you were naughty. You had to take a peek in the wrong direction. What were you looking for? I've often wondered. And then in the last act, the incident is referred to in dialogue, which actually explains the title of the work, 9 Rivers from Jordan. This is the woman singing. So you sing too, my lady, like the others, but what's the song about? About Lot's wife, a lady that you met before beside the salt sea. Another Eve, a third perhaps. I've come a long way from on the pillar of salt was the first. I have crossed 9 rivers, lady, to end my business here. So on the whole, the work is very difficult to follow in its multi-leveled symbolism. And while the composer blamed the production, the cast was actually quite good, including Julian Patrick, Eileen Schaller, Joshua Hecht, Jon Stewart, Ray Gibbs, Nico Castell, among others. Harold Schoenberg of the New York Times called the opera, quote, 98% unintelligible. And it is safe to say an opera that is so consistently unintelligible, not from one singer, but from everybody in the cast, must have something drastically wrong with its setting, unquote. Now, one thing I would like to say in the work's favor, though. It was written the same year as Elie Siegmeister's anti-war masterpiece, The Face of War, on 5 poems by Langston Hughes, and has the same gritty and even gripping dissonant harmonic language. Except the Siegmeister sustains that tension for its entire duration, which is 10 minutes, while the Weisgall is a lot longer and has much more difficulty doing so.